Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we will be reacting and reviewing to another slapped ham video titled "We Need to Talk About This Creepy Clip." So let's get ready and start talking about these creepy clips now, shall we?
TikTok user Lace872 shared a video her sister sent her. Nothing spooky intended. It was just a casual recording to show off some new pool lights at night.
You might be able to do it on the phone.
But when she looked closer, she noticed something her sister hadn't seen at all. In the background, across the other side of the water where her niece is standing, something strange happens. A figure seems to run quickly from left to right. No one at the pool that night saw anything unusual. It wasn't until later, while watching the clip back, that they realized the mysterious motion was there. When slowed down, the figure becomes much clearer. So what do you think? A fleeting spirit caught in the background, or just a trick of lighting and perspective?
Nothing like trying to check out your new pool and the lights that you have, and then you run into a ghost. I mean, come on. I guess that we ain't the only ones who want to sit there and dive on into a pool and have a nice, cool, refreshing time. But, anyway, enough with that. But it is a bit strange, right? I mean, we don't know because we weren't there, but I have seen where interesting things have come across a video and you never noticed it there before. So this could very well be one of those instances, or they forgot that maybe a cousin or a nephew was somewhere nearby and they just kind of didn't realize at the time when they were filming that they passed through. But it was pretty strange, don't y'all think? I mean, come on. Having a ghost checking out the lights with your pool too. I guess they want to make sure it was just right for their night swims, right? Let's move on to the next one, shall we?
This unsettling photo was shared to Reddit by user Prodigal Son 0117, who swears the image is 100% real. At first glance, it looks like a heartwarming family moment, a grandfather handing a gift to his young granddaughter. But when you look closer, something deeply unnerving comes into focus. In the background, through the glass door of the foyer, stands what appears to be a figure watching from the hallway. The family insists no one else was in the house at the time. The photographer, the user's mother-in-law, noticed the figure only later while clearing space on her camera. She claims the house has a history of strange occurrences, shadow movements, phantom smells of cologne and pipe smoke, and faces appearing in windows too high to reach. The property also backs onto a graveyard separated only by a creek and a small strip of woods. When the image's contrast and brightness are adjusted, the figure becomes even more unsettling. The family is adamant that no one resembling this figure was present, nor do they recognize them. So who or what was caught in this seemingly ordinary family photo?
Now, brightening up that picture made that even more horrifying. I won't be 100% honest with y'all. I mean, it's strange to randomly take a picture and see somebody else in the frame and you didn't realize somebody was there. Yeah, that's unsettling. But to lighten it up, and I just made it look so downright eerie. I mean, this could have been an old picture and they didn't realize that maybe somebody else was there when they took the picture, and just lightening that up just made it horrifying. I mean, I don't know. We weren't there. We didn't take the picture. It could have been taken months ago. Could have been taken years ago. we don't know with it, but I'm just going to say what, by the looks of it, that made it extremely horrifying, and I would be highly unsettled to see that lightened up picture. What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments below and we'll move on.
This next clip is one of those rare moments that genuinely makes you question what's real. TikTok user Divinely Guided Whisper shared footage from her work security camera, and what it captures is nothing short of baffling. In the video, she's sitting with her boyfriend, casually asking if she can use his vape. They both start searching for it, checking the table, looking around the room, but it's nowhere to be seen. But watch what happens.
What was it at?
I swear I looked right there.
Yeah, it wasn't there. Where'd it fall from?
Out of absolutely nowhere, the vape materializes right on the glass table, dropping into view with a soft tap as though it fell from mid-air.
What was it at?
The reaction is immediate confusion. Neither of them saw where it came from.
What was it at?
I swear I looked right there.
Yeah, it wasn't there. Where'd it fall from?
When slowed down, you can clearly see it. One frame, it's not there. The next, it appears instantly, making contact with the glass surface. Commenters were quick to label it another glitch in the Matrix, one of those strange moments that seem to defy logic and the laws of physics. Some say it's proof we're living inside a simulated reality where an object temporarily unloads from the program before popping back into place. Others insist it's simply an optical illusion or camera artifact, but even skeptics admit the timing, the sound, and the clean appearance make this clip uniquely unsettling.
What was it at?
You know, I often wonder where the shit goes that I can't find, you know. I don't know how many times I've done misplaced things. Now I know where it goes. Up in the air. Anyway, sorry, I'm full of little jokes today. But this, I don't know, it just seems to me like we're watching a bit of a magic trick. You know what I mean? That just seems like one of those kind of illusionary videos. And I don't know these people, so I really don't know, but it just feels that way, you know? I mean, if any of y'all know if this gentleman in this video is maybe a magician, then, you know, leave it in the comments below, because it just feels like one of those type of things. Like, you know, y'all remember back in the day, Chris Angel and everything with his illusionist and, you know, the illusions and the magic and all that. It just has that sort of feel to it, you know. But I'll leave it to y'all. See what y'all think. I'm saying he's like a magician or something, or an illusionist. So I'll leave it in the comments below what y'all think. But, you know, I often wonder, is that where most of the stuff goes that I can't find? I know I sat it down on the table. Next thing I know, it's gone. Where the hell it went, I don't know. But then I'll come back looking for it, and then it's sitting right there out in the open, broad daylight, right there. And I done passed by that place 3 or 4 times. So, I mean, if any of y'all had that type of situation happen too, leave it in the comments below and we'll move on.
This next piece of footage comes from CCTV cameras at a Thai temple, and it's left viewers with chills. A small child is seen running around the temple late at night. But then another camera angle reveals something that defies explanation. As the child runs toward a metal handrail, instead of stopping or going around it, the figure passes straight through the solid barrier. The moment happens fluidly, in real time. It's this exact detail that's led many to label it as a ghost child caught on camera. Some believe the spirit is lost and confused, perhaps a remnant from a tragedy tied to the temple's past, a soul trapped in an ethereal loop, unaware they've passed on.
Any of y'all happen to recall maybe about 1 or 2 videos I did on something very, very similar to these right here? You know, where things pass through walls or, you know, stuff like that. Especially with a grainy black and white image that a CCTV camera can create. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's really nice, crisp clarity on these. Especially since it's a temple, you'd think that they'd have a little bit more security and everything. But I just feel like this one is much like a couple of other ones that I've seen. Now, if you're new and you happen to stumble across this video, let me go into a little bit of a quick detail on what it is. I did a couple of videos where, you know, you'd see something like this, somebody passing through a wall, or, you know, as there's a closed gate and a person came up near a door and then they walked away and went through the gate. A lot of this can be done by simple editing, and you can sit there and merge and splice like 2 videos together. If you put it in the editor and you go and you put the 2 video clips like on top of each other, and then you kind of bring down and make it almost to the point where it's translucent with one of the videos and keep the other one more opaque. You can create an eerie image of like looking like something walking through, and it'll look a little kind of creepy. But that's what this looks like right here, because when you look at the child, there's no missing like limbs that you would see, you know, like sometimes in paranormal videos and things like that, where it's a little bit more harder to read. This is a crystal clear image of a toddler running around creating havoc in a temple, right? I mean, they ain't touching anything or breaking anything, but they're running around kind of like a bull in a china shop, and it's going through a banister. I mean, I feel like it's just a little too crisp on the toddler, and everything else is just a little bit more just, you know, empty space and buildings. So, you know, had a lot more to play around with, and it could, you know, not interact with like humans or anything. Like if this was like, say, a daytime photo or daytime video of this temple and you had more people running about, I bet it would be a little bit harder to try to edit it. So they picked up a nice blank kind of empty temple area, and then you could edit the child in there. At least that's what this looks like to me, because the clarity on the subject, which is the toddler in this point, is just a little too detailed, if you know what I mean. And compared to like other photographic evidence and video evidence I have seen of paranormal situations, you know, this is just real nice, clear, crisp, and the whole body is involved. It's not just like a manifestation of parts of the body, or like seeing legs walk around, you know, stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I mean, it looks pretty clear, especially the way it went up the stairs and everything and came back down. But then again, like I say, you can manipulate video to fix that. But like I always say, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think.
This next story is every parent's worst nightmare, a child terrified of something unseen, and a camera that may have captured exactly why. TikTok user Aaliyah began recording her daughter's night terrors to show their doctor, hoping to find a medical explanation for the disturbing episodes. But one particular night, the footage she captured was unlike anything she could have imagined. Aaliyah gently comforts her, telling her everything's okay, and decides to lead her back to her room. But when they reach the doorway, something strange happens.
It's okay.
The bedroom door suddenly moves shut on its own.
It's okay.
Aaliyah tries to calm her daughter, saying it's probably just the wind.
There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay?
Yet moments later, something even creepier happens.
Sweetie, what are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. Oh, see?
The window blinds snap closed forcefully, as if pulled by invisible hands.
What are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. Oh, see?
The little girl screams and Aaliyah rushes her out of the room.
Oh, see?
In a follow-up video, Aaliyah tries to debunk what she saw. She explains that the blinds are manual, with no remote controls, no motors, no cords that could move them automatically.
So I'm coming into the room to show you the blinds, which I have opened back up to demonstrate how they are closed.
While filming this explanation, the door behind her moves slightly.
That's not creepy.
The videos quickly went viral, amassing hundreds of thousands of views. Commenters flooded the post with theories, some suggesting paranormal activity, others advising the family to bless the home or move out entirely. A few viewers even pointed out that around the 55-second mark of the original clip, you can faintly hear a whispering voice say, "That's a good girl." Aaliyah says the experience has shaken her family deeply. They're now packing their things, uncertain whether they'll return to the house, whether it was an unexplainable haunting, a strange coincidence, or something darker. One thing's clear: whatever happened in that room, it wasn't just a nightmare.
This one is a strange one. Just, random routine thing that a lot of doctors ask for parents to do for their children is to video record them while they're sleeping, especially if they have night terrors and things like that, so they can find possibility of what's causing the child so much distress that they have these night terrors and run out of the room screaming and everything like that. Could be something simple, like I know a lot of times also they test atmosphere and things like that too for the child, to ensure that maybe there isn't like a gas leak or some sort of emission coming into the room and everything. But just this right here is just so, that's routine, because I've seen where they've did that for children and everything like that. But this one is just, I've never had a haunting like that. I've had things fall. I've had, especially at work, there's times at work where you can have something just sitting there minding its own business, been sitting there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And next thing you know, boop, it fell. Why did it fall? Don't know. It's just a simple fact of, I don't know. But, this right here is just almost too comical in a sense, you know what I mean? I mean, if this did happen to them, then I feel really bad. And the fact that it says they're moving, kind of makes me even feel a little worse about it. But it's some strong activity if this is really true, because, doors closing by themselves, that can easily be explained by maybe the foundation's not exactly level and everything, and that can cause a door to open or close depending on the way the foundation has settled, and it's not exactly level, so therefore you would have that kind of movement. But those blinds, that's honestly, that's a little strange there with that. And the slamming of the doors, feels too, the movie Paranormal Activity. That's what it feels like, So, I can't say for certain that, this whole thing is hoaxed. I mean, just considering the fact that you're dealing with a small child, and why would you do that to your own child? You know what I mean? I mean, a little jump scare, maybe a little every now and then or something, but not something like this. You know what I mean? That's just wrong in my opinion. I mean, you could torment that child. That's just my personal opinion on it. But you know what? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do you think this is real? Have you ever had a situation where the paranormal was kind of this crazy and you would think that, oh shit, nobody's gonna believe a damn word I say. They gonna think I'm crazy. I mean, I've had similar situations like that, but nothing to this scale. So leave it in the comments below what y'all think, and we'll move on.
I'm over here at the storage.
Here's a quick but seriously creepy clip that's been making the rounds online.
Y'all tell me I don't see that. Oh no. I don't know if it's just a fan like going in and out, but the is that? Duh.
Instagram user Hazy Dovey was visiting her storage unit late at night, completely alone, or at least she thought she was.
I'm over here at the storage. And I don't know if it's me, but y'all tell me I don't see that.
At the far end of the hall, a figure appears to peek around the corner just for a split second, then pulls back.
I don't know if it's just a fan like going in and out, but is that? Duh.
A few moments later, it happens again and again.
Maybe I'm bugging. No, I know y'all just see that, right?
Viewers were quick to weigh in. Some warned her to get out immediately, suggesting it could be a man hiding in the facility. Others weren't so sure. They claimed the figure looked too dark and fluid to be human, more like a shadow entity, an eerie silhouette watching her from the far end of the hall. So what do you think? Creepy stalker or something a little more mysterious? Let me know in the comments.
Y'all tell me I don't see that.
Now, if I was at a local storage facility and I saw this, I don't think I would continue on going through my stuff. That's just me. I mean, you got some people that aren't right in the head sometimes, and that's what I think of with this. I don't think paranormal or anything. I just think it's somebody kind of creeping in, taking a peek and everything like that. I would honestly had shut my storage unit, got whatever little bit of stuff that I got out. If I had gotten a lot of stuff out, we shoving it back in, we closing the door, locking it, and I would report this to the owner of that storage facility. Just simple fact of you mentioning that this is one of the reasons why you don't come alone to the storage facility. And so that kind of wording right there kind of like alludes to you had this happen in the past, and it just seemed like you were always bringing somebody with you, and then just happened one day I need to go in there and nobody was available to come with you, so you went again and this situation happened. I would honestly report this if there's a way that they would allow you to be able to see who's peeking on you, because I know there's security video there, but I know they probably wouldn't let you as a regular citizen watch it. You could file a police report to figure out who's stalking you, if it's the same person, if it's somebody who works there, or if it's just some strange person who has their own locker that's kind of like could possibly be a crime scene. Crime scene investigators, like best/worst nightmare. But yeah, I would go with more people and I would report this incident if I was them. That's just a little too much in my opinion. So yeah, I don't want to go into it anymore, and let's move on to the next one, shall we?
I think I heard another one of those ghost trains.
Instagram user Andrew, who runs the account TRF_hobby on Instagram, recently captured something strange deep in the woods of rural Minnesota.
Thought I saw it. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
A small rusted railway carriage emerges, gliding down the track.
Doesn't look like anybody's driving either.
There's no engineer, no passengers, and no visible source of power.
Nope. Well, that can't be good.
The video immediately went viral, with viewers calling it everything from a haunted railway car to a ghost train. Some joked they'd hop on to see where it leads, while others weren't so sure. Andrew is part of a private railway group known as the Sandhills Central Railway, which preserves and operates standard gauge lines in Minnesota. But even he admits he wasn't expecting to see one of these vintage cars moving on its own.
Doesn't look like anybody's driving either.
So what exactly was it? A loose maintenance cart, a wind-powered push car, or something far stranger? An echo of Minnesota's industrial past, still rumbling along forgotten tracks.
Now, can I just say that this one seems like a bit of a reach to me? They were like, oh, wind-powered, ghost car. Did he not hear that engine going? It's either gas-powered or diesel. Simply put, I heard that pop, 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 pop. I know that had an engine on it, and it's following the tracks. You don't need, once you get one of those engines going on that thing, and you put it basically out of drive, especially with one of those that's set up like a little, to move from point A to point B, you don't need anybody to sit there and steer the damn thing. I mean, that's on a track, so therefore, somebody might have just put a rock down and let it go. I mean, just to see if it'll work and see how long it lasts and everything, because a lot of people will utilize stuff like that. I've seen in like other countries, I think India or Cambodia, places like that, where they actually use the rail systems and they'll set up like, cars very similar to this right here and get people from point A to point B. Sure, these are active railroad tracks compared to, like, say, what this one was out in Minnesota, where you could tell that it's not really in use as much, especially with everything growing up around it and everything. I really think that was a pretty big stretch of calling it a ghost train car, because it's obviously that it has a motor in it and it's powered by that. So I'm at a loss with that. I feel like they were trying to reach with that. What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments below if you think it was a bit of a reach. And also let me know, have y'all ever seen anything like that? I've seen where, like I told you before, where I've seen videos and stuff like that from different countries, and people utilize the railroad tracks because it's not a lot of people can afford a vehicle and everything, and the stuff that goes along with it. Let's be honest. Sometimes here in America, it's the same way. We can't, especially with the way prices of gas is going. But I digress on that. But, I've seen people utilize it, and it makes it easier, especially if you're going from one point to the next, and you don't want to have to go, like, all the way around your ass to get to your elbow on a highway. This is an easy kind of point A to point B straight shot. So, like I said, leave it in the comments below. If y'all have seen anything like this around where you live and everything, let me know. I think that's always pretty interesting, because I'd like to know if maybe is it a kid that did this, or, or is it somebody who's trying to secretly move stuff around, But anyway, let's move on to the next.
Dog trainer Augusto de Oliveira, better known online as the Dog Daddy, has gone viral again. Not for his training methods this time, but for a series of bizarre and unsettling encounters at his rural Los Angeles property. We featured the original video a few weeks ago, the one showing a woman refusing to leave his property after midnight.
Leave now! It's midnight! We're not playing any more games. You are agitating my dogs. I told you late at night my guard dogs are out, and they're out. I'm not gonna be babysitting. You broke into the property at 3 in the morning.
But now there's more to the story, and it's only getting stranger. It all began when a mysterious woman appeared at the gates of Augusto's newly purchased property.
quick second.
Oh no, we don't really allow visitors in.
In the clip, she repeatedly asks to be let inside, her tone eerily calm.
How do
I heard you had these beautiful black German shepherds here, so I came down to say hi.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Is it okay if I come in? Just for a quick second.
Augusto asks her how she found the location and how she knew about his dogs, but she dodges every question, saying only that she was dropped off and had walked a long way to see the dogs.
How did you get here?
I walked from all the way down the road. Someone dropped me off.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't really allow visitors. We just moved in, and you know, these dogs, they're out here with me now. They're friendly, but we have some rescue dogs and even protection dogs and behind the other gate over there. So
Viewers found her persistence deeply unsettling. Some even drew comparisons to vampire folklore, pointing out the strange way she kept asking for permission to enter, as if unable to cross the threshold uninvited.
I'm really great with dogs. Is it okay if I meet them? You'll see, I'll show you.
no, if these guys they're out, if they want to come say hi at the gate, it's okay. But we don't really have any visitors on the property.
A later clip makes things even more disturbing. Someone, possibly the same woman, is caught banging on the front door in the middle of the night, seemingly trying to get in. And just when things seemed to quiet down, an update from Augusto's security system made everything worse. His cameras began triggering hundreds of motion alerts, over 1,000 in one night.
Keep in mind that the camera had alerted us that something was there over 1,000 times in one night.
Yet when he reviewed the footage, nearly all the clips showed nothing, except one. The brief snippet reveals a dark figure walking across the yard, barely visible against the night. No other footage from that night shows any signs of life. Whether this was a stalker, trespasser, or something far stranger, no one can say for sure, but with a figure caught on camera and unexplained motion alerts piling up, it's no wonder the dog daddy and his followers are beginning to wonder if something truly unnatural is lurking on the property.
Now, with this clip, we are at the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And leave a little comment to let me know everybody's actually out there, you know? Feel a little lonely at times. But anyway, this, I was hoping I could find the rest of this. Because after doing that last video and having that, you know, that man with the dogs and the woman coming up asking to give a blessing in the middle of the night, I thought it was strange and there had to be more to the story. And guess what? We found it. Anyway, I don't know. What do y'all think? I mean, this is a little crazy. I mean, as I was indicating before, it looks like it was out in the middle of nowhere. And as we can see in the daytime video where she's propped up on the gate and everything, that it is out in the middle of nowhere. And he asked about how she got there, and somebody dropped her off at the, you know, top of the road, and she walked down. That's really, really, really weird. I mean, could you imagine living out in the middle of nowhere and all of a sudden somebody's kind of constantly harassing you? I mean, you saw how many times the motion sensor cameras went off in one night. That's unnerving. I hope he really did call local law enforcement and get them involved, show them these videos. That's if this isn't a hoax. I mean, obviously, if he's wanting to get more views and get more people to, and on his, you know, with the dog, it's not really dog breeding, but training and all this other stuff, then it's a good marketing scheme. But, I mean, if this is real, if this is really, really real, I hope he got with the local law enforcement, because that's just odd. That is very odd. And just asking, can I come in? Can I come in? I'd be afraid that there might be somebody else hiding there and they might try to steal the dogs. That's just, especially German Shepherds and everything like that. You never know with people and what they're thinking because, let's be honest, I can't tell what another person is thinking about. They could be thinking about what they want to eat. They could be thinking about, oh, this weather's so nice. They could be like, oh my goodness, can this day end? Or they could be like, you know what? I just want to beat the crap out of somebody. The next person who looks at me, I'm going to beat the crap out of them. You don't know what is on people's minds. That's what I'm trying to get at. And just the fact that she keeps on and keeps on. Can I come in? Can I play with your dogs? Can I do this? Can I do that? And also lurking about. That's just disturbing on so many levels. I'm not even talking like paranormal. I don't think this is paranormal. I think this is somebody who's trying to. This is either a big, good hoax or there's somebody who's trying to really get at his dogs and wants to take them, It could be a person who's actually a breeder and sees he has maybe purebred German Shepherds and that's what they need and they're trying to find a way to get to them. There's a lot of thoughts that go on to this and just a lot of my mind goes a mile a minute with everything that could happen in a situation like this. And it's just really, really, really unnerving to me. But yeah, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that I really think he should call the cops. I mean, I'm hoping y'all think the same thing too. Or are y'all thinking on the same line of it being a hoax? Because it's just a little too strange. But like I say, truth can be stranger than fiction at times. And this could be a very good point of that. But like I say, leave it in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.